Scene script. Have you ever wondered how to make money online with audiobooks? Well, keep your ears perked up because we're about to dive into the world of audiobooks, a rapidly growing industry that's opening up new possibilities for creators and entrepreneurs alike. Let's start with the basics. Audiobooks are a form of literature that's been narrated and recorded, allowing people to consume books in a completely new and convenient way. And you know what's interesting? The demand for audiobooks has been skyrocketing in recent years. It's not just a fad, it's a revolution in the world of literature. Why is this happening, you may ask? Well, we can largely attribute this to the rise of digital platforms and smart devices. These technologies have made it incredibly easy for people to access and consume audiobooks. Whether you're commuting, working out, or simply relaxing at home, all you need is a device and a pair of earbuds to dive into an exciting new story or learn something new. Now let's talk numbers. According to the Audio Publishers Association, audiobook revenues in the United States alone hit nearly $3 billion in 2022, and that's just one country. The global market is much larger and it's growing at a rapid pace. But here's the clincher: this booming market isn't just great for consumers, it's a golden opportunity for creators and entrepreneurs. The increasing demand for audiobooks means there's a wide audience out there ready and waiting for new content. And with the right approach, you can tap into this market, creating and selling audiobooks that people will love. So whether you're a seasoned author looking to expand your reach or an entrepreneur in search of a new venture, the world of audiobooks holds immense potential. You could be the next big name in the industry or the creator of an audiobook that changes someone's life. Now that you understand the potential of audiobooks, let's dig into how you can make money from them. So how do you create an audiobook that sells? Well, it all starts with an idea. But not just any idea, it needs to be unique and compelling. We're living in an era where information is accessible at our fingertips, so what sets your audiobook apart? It's that special idea, the one that hasn't been overdone, the one that sparks interest and curiosity. Finding that idea is the first significant step in creating your audiobook. Once you've landed on your idea, it's time to start scripting. Now, this isn't just about putting words on a page. This is about telling a story, sharing knowledge, or imparting wisdom in a way that's engaging and easy to understand. You want your listeners to be hooked from the first word to the last. So take your time to craft your script. Make sure it's well-researched, well-structured, and well-written. Remember, your script is the backbone of your audiobook. Now let's talk about quality. We're not just talking about the quality of your content here, but also the quality of your audio. In the world of audiobooks, sound quality can make or break your success. Poor audio quality can distract your listeners and even make them abandon your audiobook altogether. So invest in good recording equipment. Make your audiobook a treat for the ears. But what if you're not confident in your voice or your ability to narrate your audiobook effectively? Well, that's where professional voiceover artists come in. These are individuals who have honed their craft and can bring your script to life. They can add nuances, emotions, and character to your words, making your audiobook more dynamic and engaging. While hiring a professional voiceover artist isn't a must, it's definitely something to consider if you want to ensure the best possible listening experience for your audience. So there you have it. You've got your unique idea, your engaging script, your high-quality audio, and potentially your professional voiceover artist. But remember, creating an audiobook is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires time, effort, and patience. Don't rush the process. Take your time to create something that you're proud of, something that your audience will love. Just imagine your voice or your story resonating in the ears of listeners around the world. Imagine your words inspiring, educating, entertaining people one chapter at a time. That's the power of audiobooks. That's the potential of your audiobook. Creating an appealing and high-quality audiobook is your first step towards making money online with audiobooks. So, what are you waiting for? Let's turn that idea into an audiobook that sells. All right, you've created your audiobook. What's next? Now that you've put in the hard work of crafting a compelling audio masterpiece, it's time to share it with the world. But where should you publish it? There's a myriad of platforms available for you to publish your audiobook. Let's start with some of the big names. Audible, for instance, is a titan in the audiobook industry, boasting millions of listeners across the globe. Then there's iTunes, a platform that many are already familiar with thanks to its integration with Apple devices. And of course, Google Play, a popular choice for Android users. Each of these platforms has its own process for uploading your audiobook. It's essential to familiarize yourself with their specific requirements. For instance, some platforms may require your audio files to be in a certain format or meet specific quality standards. Others may have particular guidelines for how your cover design should look. Speaking of cover design, it's worth mentioning that the appearance of your audiobook matters a lot. The cover design is often the first thing potential listeners see. It's your chance to make a strong first impression. So, invest in a good cover design that accurately represents your audiobook's content and grabs the attention of your target listeners. The same goes for your title. It needs to be catchy, intriguing, and reflective of your audiobook's content. It's what will make someone stop scrolling and think, this sounds interesting, let me check it out. So, spend some time brainstorming and testing out different titles. Now, you may be wondering, what about other platforms? Yes, there are many other platforms where you can publish your audiobook. There's Kobo, Scribd, Overdrive, and many more. Each has its own strengths and reaches different audiences. So consider your target listeners and where they're likely to be. Remember, you're not limited to just one platform. In fact, distributing your audiobook across multiple platforms can increase its visibility and reach a wider audience. However, keep in mind that some platforms may require exclusivity, so be sure to read the terms and conditions carefully. Publishing your audiobook is a crucial step in your journey. It's where all your hard work starts to pay off as your creation becomes accessible to listeners worldwide. But publishing is just the beginning. The real challenge is getting your audiobook noticed in a sea of content. That's why, after you've published your audiobook, it's important to start thinking about marketing. How will you promote your audiobook? How will you get it in front of your target audience? These are questions you'll need to answer as you navigate the next phase of your audiobook journey. Once your audiobook is out there in the market, it's time to get it in front of your target audience. And that, my friends, is where we'll pick up in the next scene. Stay tuned. How do you ensure people find and buy your audiobook? Well, the answer lies in effective marketing. Like any other product or service, your audiobook needs to be promoted to reach potential buyers. And in the digital age, you have a plethora of ways to do this, from leveraging social media to harnessing the power of email marketing. Let's kick things off with social media promotion. Platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn are teeming with potential listeners. Craft engaging posts that highlight the value of your audiobook. Maybe you've written a gripping thriller or perhaps a step-by-step guide to starting a small business. Whatever the topic, make sure your social media posts reflect the excitement and value your audiobook holds. Use compelling visuals, catchy captions, and don't forget to include a link to where they can purchase or download your audiobook. Next up, email marketing. If you have an email list, you already have a direct line to people who are interested in what you have to say. Use this to your advantage. Send out an announcement about your new audiobook, include a brief synopsis, and maybe even a snippet or two. You could also offer a discount code to your subscribers to encourage them to make a purchase. Offering free samples is another great strategy. Just like at a food market where vendors let you taste a product before buying, offering a free chapter or snippet from your audiobook can nudge potential buyers towards a purchase. It's an opportunity for them to get a feel for your style, your voice, and the value you're offering. Now, let's talk about reviews. In the online world, reviews are gold. They can significantly boost your credibility and convince potential buyers that your audiobook is worth their time and money. Encourage listeners to leave reviews, maybe even offer a small incentive like a discount on your next audiobook. Last but certainly not least, consider collaborating with influencers or bloggers in your niche. They have an audience that trusts their recommendations, and a positive word from them about your audiobook can go a long way. Reach out, offer them a free copy of your audiobook, and ask if they would be willing to review it or feature it on their platform. In conclusion, marketing your audiobook isn't just about making a few posts on social media and hoping for the best. It requires a strategic approach, understanding your audience and using different tactics to reach them. Social media promotion, email marketing, offering free samples, getting reviews, and collaborating with influencers or bloggers in your niche are all essential strategies to ensure people find and buy your audiobook. Effective marketing is key to driving sales and making money online with your audiobook. So get out there and start spreading the word about your audiobook. because the world is waiting to hear your story, and it's your job to make sure they find it. Now, let's talk about the money part. How do you earn through audiobooks? Well, there are several ways to monetize your audiobook, each with its own set of advantages and drawbacks. Let's delve into them one by one. Firstly, you can sell your audiobook outright. This means that you set a price for your audiobook, and every time someone purchases it, you receive that amount. The benefit of this method is that you get immediate revenue. However, the downside is that the initial price may deter potential listeners who are hesitant to make a full commitment before they've even listened to your book. Another way to monetize your audiobook is through subscriptions. In this model, listeners pay a monthly fee and gain access to your audiobook along with others. This is a great way to ensure a steady stream of income and can be especially profitable if you have a series of books or a large catalog. However, keep in mind that you'll be sharing the subscription revenue with other authors whose books are also included in the subscription. Royalties are yet another way to earn from your audiobook. When your audiobook is sold through an online platform, you receive a certain percentage of each sale. This is a great option if you're publishing through a platform with a large audience, as they take care of the marketing and distribution, and you can focus on creating great content. However, the downside is that you're not in control of the pricing, and the royalty rate might not be as high as you'd like. Lastly, you can monetize your audiobook through advertisements. This means you'll earn money for every ad played during your audiobook. This can be a profitable method if your audiobook gets a lot of plays. However, some listeners might find ads intrusive, and this could potentially impact their listening experience. Each of these methods has its own pros and cons, and the best one for you will depend on your specific circumstances. Consider your audience, your content, and your own personal preferences when deciding how to monetize your audiobook. Remember, the goal here is not just to make money, but to reach as many listeners as possible and provide them with valuable content. So while it's important to consider the monetary aspect, don't forget about the value you're providing to your listeners. In the end, the more your audience enjoys your content, the more likely they are to support your work, whether that's through purchasing your audiobook outright, subscribing to a service, or tolerating a few ads. Choosing the right monetization method will maximize your earning potential. So, take the time to weigh your options and choose the best path for you and your audiobook. Your listeners and your bank account will thank you. You've published and sold your first audiobook. What's next? Now that you've dipped your toes into the exciting world of audiobook creation and sales, it's time to consider how you can scale up your venture. This isn't just about creating more audiobooks, but also about building a loyal audience and leveraging your success for better deals with platforms and advertisers. Firstly, let's talk about creating more audiobooks. The beauty of this business is that the sky's the limit. You can churn out as many audiobooks as you want as long as you maintain the quality, and of course as long as there's a market for them. But don't just produce more for the sake of quantity. Always ensure that each new audiobook is a step up from the last, in terms of both content and production value. Building a loyal audience is another crucial aspect of scaling up. It's not enough to simply have listeners, you need fans, people who eagerly anticipate your next release, share your work with their friends, and leave glowing reviews. Engage with your audience, understand what they like about your audiobooks, and give them more of it. Consistency in your output can also help in nurturing this loyalty. And then, there's the aspect of leveraging your success. As your audiobook business flourishes, you'll find yourself in a position to negotiate better deals with platforms and advertisers. This could mean higher royalty rates, better visibility on platforms, or even lucrative sponsorship deals. Remember, your success is their success too. Lastly, consider diversifying your portfolio. Perhaps you've been sticking to one genre or style of narration. Try branching out into different genres or collaborating with other authors and narrators. This can help you reach a wider audience and increase your revenue streams. Remember, the key to making money online with audiobooks is consistency and quality. So, keep creating, keep engaging, and keep striving for better. Your audiobook empire is just a few smart moves away. Let's quickly summarize what we've learned today. The world of audiobooks is vast and brimming with potential. As more and more people turn to this dynamic form of storytelling, the demand for unique and engaging content is only going to rise. This presents a golden opportunity for those willing to dive in and ride this wave. Creating your audiobook is your first step. You have the power to bring your ideas to life, whether it's a gripping novel or a thought-provoking non-fiction piece. Remember, your voice or the voice you choose to narrate your work can make all the difference in setting the tone and capturing your audience's attention. Next, we discuss the importance of publishing your audiobook. Choose a reputable platform that will not only host your work but also provide the necessary tools to help you reach your target audience. Be thorough with your research and make an informed choice. Marketing your audiobook is crucial to its success. Utilize the power of social media, email marketing, and networking to spread the word about your work. Remember to use compelling visuals and engaging descriptions to attract potential listeners. Monetizing your audiobook is where the rubber meets the road. Choose a pricing strategy that reflects the value of your work and appeals to your audience. Additionally, consider using affiliate marketing or sponsorships to boost your earnings. Finally, we explored how to scale up your audiobook business. With one successful audiobook under your belt, the next logical step is to create more. Diversify your portfolio, experiment with different genres and styles, and continue to grow your audience. With the right approach and dedication, making money online with audiobooks can be a profitable venture. So, what are you waiting for? Start your audiobook journey today.